Well, hello everybody. Wow, that took a while for me to get that working. I could not believe how much trouble I had finding the live button on my iPhone today. So thank you for hanging in if you have been. That's just crazy. Okay, let me get my laptop synced up and we will get going here. Taking a little bit. So I see some people are on and caught up. It's just, yep, taking a little bit for things to, here we go. Here we go. All right. I made it, yes. Oh my goodness. I was panicking. The live button totally disappeared. I had to call my son. I Googled it, tried to find all these fixes. Anyway, last night we made these cards on my Stamp With Me Live, and they are what I'm calling a double flap fold card. And you have a gift card option on there. So if you want to share your version of these cards on my Stamp and Share page, you're welcome to do that and get in on Prize Patrol, and that is share that on Flowerbug Stamp and Share by May 22nd, and you'll get in on the door prize drawing for free embellishment. I'd love to see what people make. So thanks for hanging in and finding me today. So last week's prizes for my Facebook Live video were a set of In Color jewels and the Bedazzling designer paper. And the winners of those items are Jean Schutt and Susan Burton. So congratulations, gals. I'll be sending those to you. Susan won the gems and Jean won the paper. So thanks so much. I appreciate you sharing and helping me get my videos out there. Okay, so the prizes for this week is a glue stand for sharing. This is a new red glue stand. And the shimmery crystal effects for commenting. So the glue stands are on my shop, and we have multiple colors, and they fit our Tombow glue, so the glue stays down in the tip as you're working. So those are the prizes for next week's drawing. So yeah, I appreciate you sharing, getting the word out for my videos. My community is growing, and I appreciate you helping me do that. Okay, all right, so let's get started. We are going to play, first I'm going to go over something that I think is so awesome, and that is the starter kit deal right now. So right now you get 5 ink pads, and you get a pack of designer paper of the new In Colors. Basically, it's $66 in free product if you join, and a whole pack of the 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I haven't opened this one up in case I use it as a gift. Sometimes I do that. So all that, plus a pack of new In Color grid paper that is an ombre grid paper that I don't have yet. Everything is backwards? Really? Oh no. Did I have to? I thought for sure it is backwards, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay, so hang on a minute. I'm going to just rotate my phone and see if that works. How is that? Now it's crooked, I can see. Okay, hold on. Thank you for letting me know. We'll see if I can get this to be straight. How's that, girls? I know it's not quite centered. Is that better? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you telling me that. It sure wasn't crooked when I started, but you know, it is what it is. Technology today are interesting. Oh, the words are backwards. Okay, let me see if I can fix that. How's that now? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? Now it's upside down? What? Upside down? Well, okay, this is really weird. Oh, it wasn't upside. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to make you girls dizzy yet. Oh, this is a day. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten out of bed today. How's that? Still not quite right. Getting there, getting there. Now it's good? Okay, but I'm not quite straight, am I? Boy, oh boy, what troubles I'm having today. All right, we're gonna get to the project soon. Oh my goodness. I know it's still not quite right, but it's better than it was. Anyway, let's get back to the good stuff. The starter kit is $99 and you get $125 in product of your choice, and this is all bonus. So it ends up being with their free paper pumpkin kit. You get it's actually over $200 in product for $99 and free shipping. So I would love to have you join my team. We have a wonderful team, and yeah, it's awesome. So please consider, if you're putting in an order today or anytime this month in May, and it's around $90, why not get the starter kit and then start getting 20% off? So you can do whatever you want with your starter kit. You don't have to run a business. You can just enjoy the perks of the discount and being part of Stampin' Up. It's awesome. Okay, that's my soapbox. One other quick thing. Today is the last day to get the paper pumpkin for May, and it's an in-color paper pumpkin, and I don't know, there's quite a few people that are going to get a $25 voucher for in their kit it's kind of like a gift card. So I'm still adjusting things, trying to get it straight. The other neat thing that they've done is they have added some what they call branded merchandise, and they have sweatshirts. They have the grid paper. That's the one that comes in the kit for free. And then they have these mugs, these stainless steel insulated tumblers. They're $17, and anybody can order this. It's not just for demonstrators. So pretty cool. They call it branded merchandise. All right, so we are going to play with the Sending Smiles bundle today. This was, again, one of my top picks. I just love the fact that you can mix the word sending with all of these greetings, and then it's these beautiful florals. So I have some samples to share with you. I have a ton of swaps. Can I make the desktop bigger? Yeah, I know. I see what you're saying. I don't know how to, oh, you know what? If I touch it, I'm going to ruin something. So no, I can't make it bigger. I will try and do my best to keep everything in the screen. For some reason, it is a little closer than it should be. I realize that, Deborah. But if I raise my stand, it's so tight that I think I'll mess something up. So I better not do that. Okay, we are going to start with one of my favorite cards that I made for a swap. And I just thought that this was a fun play, totally different than what most people would do with this stamp set. And that's make it kind of into, what do you call these, grape hyacinth, I believe. I used to grow those. So the colors here are, I'm gonna move that down here a little bit. Parakeet Party with Orchid Oasis. So we have our card base and our white piece. That's the main pieces. And you know, you'd think that this is part of the designer paper from the kit and the in colors. And I decided to save paper because I made a bunch of these for swap and I would have run out using the whole piece. So I just sneak a couple little pieces underneath the edge. So much easier than if you were to, not easier, I shouldn't say easier. It's basically a little bit more thrifty, put it that way. And yeah, you're right, it could be wheat. Good point, Carol, yes. Okay, so let's get my stamp out. We're gonna do the bottom first. And basically I just want to stamp this across the top in different heights. And so I can add the wheat. Wheat, here you go, Carol, you got me thinking wheat. add the little flowers here and there, high and low. Okay. All right, so that's that. And then we'll get out the Orchid Oasis and start adding the little flower heads. And this is kind of a, I think it is anyway, a almost distinctive where, and I like, see, I purposely stamped them. I'm going to go upside down so you can see better. So it would have different movement, and you can actually do some low, like it's, I don't know, like there is a stem there. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. All right. So how easy is that, right? Okay. And I'm going to get out my cleaner so I can clean those right away because I think I'm using at least one of those later. All right. Okay, so that is going to be adhered to my orchid. And last night I had some issues with the pre-cut pieces. I had them cut wrong and had to kind of use a scissors to trim them because I had glue on them already. I don't know, maybe I need to go back to bed and start the day over. Actually last night, maybe the whole week. Maybe I have to start the week over. Oh, otherwise it's going fine. Just a little mishaps on my lives. All right, so I'm gonna add these. I don't know why I like the stripe version rather than the floral version in this case. And as far as getting these straight, I'm just going to, one thing you can do is use grid paper or put something across it like this. And then you can be mostly assured that it is straight. Okay. I have a tip on this little die cut that I think you're going to enjoy, how to get those adhered without using the little glue on these tiny little pieces. So there's the start. Now, in the dies, let's see where I put my dies. Here we go. Oh, of course I don't, oh, I know why I don't have the other one here. It's right here. So one is a skinny die and one is a wide die. You can see that that's that one. And this is this one. So it's white because what I did, I didn't want to use the glue on it. So I adhered to my Parakeet Party. I adhered our adhesive sheets. And this is very, very sticky right now. So I can cut out another sending or little flowers or something out of there. And then what you do is you get your little, take your pick tool and you find an edge and you basically just peel that up. Now there may be, so I don't have to diddle with the skinny, the only problem is it's super sticky. And on the adhesive sheets, let me show you. They come in the big 6, I don't want to lay that on there, 6 by 12 pieces. And within those, there are strips. So it's kind of hard to see, but they're strips long ways. So this is 6 inches wide, might even be more. And then what I do is I lift this up and I laid my paper down and then laid this on it. Okay, so that's how you start out. And then you just cut out with the scissors or something to get it off the sheet so you don't waste the whole sheet when you do this. So then I die cut it with the cardstock up and then you end up with this adhesive on the back. Now because it's cut in 3 places, you may have some of these little pieces that you have to get off. Now, to get this off my finger, whoops, I am going to attempt to do this and find the right way. Well, that's not going to work. I'm going to have to use my finger. Start at one end and find the center And because this is so skinny, you have to go little by little and adhere that. But look how much easier this is than having to add glue. I'm just pressing it right on there. I'm going to turn it over and burnish it. And the reason I brought this die is because the eye stays there. It kind of sticks in there and I didn't want to lose it. So I've got my little eye there, and I know that I could peel off that paper, but I'm a little, oops, that's a little bit much. So we're just going to pick that up and put that right on that dot of glue. There we go. Now we have our sending. So I already cut out the birthday wishes, and the neat thing about the dies is that for the words on this set, there's there's short words and long words, and they have a greeting die cut for each one, for the long and the short, and every flower plus some little ones too. Every lots of dies in this set. So all right, so yeah, the purple and the green is so pretty, isn't it? So we're gonna get out my mini dimensionals because I do want to pop this up. And you can add as many as you want. I'm going to try and get it as even as I can. Am I still in screen? Okay, I am good. All right. There's so many pretty cards out there already. I'm not going to adhere that down yet until I see how this looks. And where I want this, if I want it below or high. I kind of want to cover up the line. So it's funny how this fits right in there, and I'm going to let that little S be a little on top of that. I think that looks good. Okay, there we go. There's the first card. I didn't even add any embellishments or ribbon or anything to this card. I kept it quite simple, but just really pretty. Now you can see the darker, I stamped off on these and did not on this one. So, you know, it's your choice. I love that our inks have 2 or 3 or more values of color with one ink. So I could have stamped off some and not on others, and it's just, either way works. So that's the first card. Okay, all right. So we'll move on to the card we made for my open house event on Saturday. And I purposely chose a really simple card because I wanted to showcase the Stamparatus and how easy this is. Okay, so card over there, we have that here and this here. So the neat thing is that you can stamp your greeting. I'm going to try doing it upside down so you can see better. We'll scoot this over here, this way. We'll see if I can handle that upside down. All right. Okay, and then this, I believe, is in the right place, but we're going to go with our greeting first. That's the most important thing to fit in right now, and this is our Starry Sky color. So I'm just going to ink that up, make sure this is nice and flat, and that it's in the right place. And when the magnet is close to it, sometimes you have trouble. I could move that magnet. Oh, shoot, don't do that. Yeah, it did that. Sometimes it's so sticky. We'll see if I get it in the right place or if I have to turn it upside down. Because if it moved because it was so sticky, no, it didn't. What do you know? But that little S there is having a hard time getting inked. We'll just ink that up again. Okay, there we go. Sending is done. And I'm going to just remove that plate because I don't need it anymore. And now, I'm actually going to turn sideways so you can see. This is my greenery. I just want to see if it's about in the right place. Yep, that is. So we're going to stamp that or ink that in the Parakeet Party. I'm going to learn these colors yet. Now, how many of you have the Stamparatus? I'm curious. And how many of you use it often? Okay, I'm going to actually remove that. I should clean it first, but I'm going to remove it because we're going to add the flowers. And I purposely did not, let's see. This is how I do this. These are clean. They're stained, but they're clean. I'm going to scoot that down here. This is how you set it up. Oh, I can see I have a kitty hair on there. So you lay your pieces right on there, however you want. And another one, my cat was laying right on my work surface today, and of course I had to pet her before I could get her to move. Okay, so then you simply grab those. And again, I know it's sticky, but that's why I use these markers. So I actually put a pencil mark, if you can see that, pencil mark on my grid paper, so they're in place. I'm going to check that again. Nope, they moved. Well, at least one of them did. Yep. Because it moved, I think I have to, yep. Yeah, the problem with clean stamps is that they are very sticky when you're working with them. So they stick to the paper. So sometimes it takes a few adjustments. And here we go again. But I know where it needs to be now since it's on my actual marks. Double check. Oh my goodness. It is moving like crazy. That's pretty good. All right, so we're using Sweet Sorbet, and I'm gonna do both at once. The nice thing about this is this was all set up for my gals who came to the open house event. And oh, I can see I missed that spot right there or something. I can see a little light there, so I didn't ink it as well as I could have. Is that it's all set up for them to just stamp and finish. So done deal, except for the centers, and we're gonna do that separately. I'm gonna just clean these. And yes, they are stained, but that's okay. As long as you can still see through them, it's fine. All right, so the centers of these, oh, you know what? I did not bring over my yellow ink, so I'm going to use green and stamp off. This one I did use Mango Melody, but if you stamp off, you can get a lighter hue and it still shows up. And I wouldn't even have to stamp off. There you go. Okay, doesn't have to be yellow. Flower centers. Thank you. Oh, you put yours in the corner. The only problem with putting yours in the corner is that it's even less high. The corner tends to, I know that's a good idea, but it tends to not ink as well or press flat when it's in the corner. That's why I use the outside. I almost always use the outside. And yeah, it does make it more difficult for placement, but good point. Good point, Deborah. Okay, so the card, I didn't get those out. Here's the card measurements for this card. And it is a somewhat of a fun fold. And the inside, which I'm not going to take time to do, is just simply 2 stems and a different flower. So that's what they did. So we're going to adhere this to the Starry Night layer. See, that brings it all together when you add one of your layers of the same color as your ink. Now that's what Stampin' Up! Is all about, is our coordinating colors. And this is such a simple fun fold, and yes, I did score it, but you certainly wouldn't have to. Wouldn't have to score. You can simply just fold it back and match your edges and use your bone folder. So it doesn't have to be. Now when I do this, I like to add adhesive to this side, and I don't have to get all the way to the edges because this glue holds so well that I can estimate. Isn't that pretty? And it's just so simple, almost a 2 or 3 layer card, if you want to call it that. And then we add the in color dots, which are wonderful. Love them. And I like that they're ombre as well. Okay, so we're going to add, let's see, I'm going to go with come on, you stick you. I'm going to go with a red one, and we'll do a little green one. Oop, that one came off. And we'll just add another green one up here. Right there. Okay, there we go. Isn't it pretty? Yes. Okay, that is the second card. Now we have, and this would be inside, but I'm not going to take the time. We are already running a little over time with my issues with the internet and Facebook app. Wow, that was, anyway, interesting trying to find a way to go live. I'm glad I finally got there. Okay, this next one is off of a sketch that we were doing in my team, and very unique colors, at least I thought so. I'm calling it Diagonal Flowers just because I didn't know what else to call it. But the colors here are Blushing Bride with the new Sweet Sorbet and Bermuda Bay, which, where's my Bermuda Bay? Oops, I forgot it. Hold on a second. Okay, so interesting colors, aren't they? And I have a way of getting two hues on these solid flowers, just for something different. And this is, this is that beautiful Pretty Prince designer paper, which, by the way, I have to tell you, I have a paper share going on for all of the new designer papers in the catalog. Except the prints in the colors. So these are what I have so far that we could pre-order as demonstrators. So this is the ones that I could get early on. Well, actually it doesn't include the host paper, but there's quite a few papers here, and I think there's 12 varieties. And you get a sheet of each, 6x6 sheet. So if you're interested in that, let me know. It is $32 with shipping. So, so yeah, that's 6x6 of 82 sheets. And I'm reversing my designer paper on this one to show a variety of the paper. You can see that one had the botanicals. This one has kind of the, I guess you'd call it a splotches. And this is our ombre 6x6 paper. Let me show you that right here. This is the the Parakeet Party. This is Tahitian Tide, Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, and then of course the Sweet Sorbet. So this is available in 6x6, and everything is still available. They haven't run out of much. I haven't looked today. Honestly haven't looked today. So I'm going to add glue on this side. And I want to show off that ombre. So I'm going to do a little bit in the middle of each. And then just use my paper snips and cut off the excess. Okay, so that's the start of the card. All right, so how to get those flowers so they're ombre. I'll show you. So these are the two. I'm going to set that aside. 2 flowers. We're going to stamp the flowers in Sweet Sorbet. So, oh, it's not really on there very well. Okay, there we go. Okay, then I'm going to stamp off. Then I'm going to grab with a sponge dauber more ink and just do the center. Kind of, I want to travel, I like to call it traveling to, and you can almost see that it's darker in the center. And then I'm going to give it a huff. And there we go. You see that little ombre effect of the Sweet Sorbet. So we'll do the same thing with this one. Ink it well, stamp off once, grab your sponge dauber and just a little bit in the center, and try not to just stay in the center, but give it a little, a little traveling, and huff on it. Solid images like these work so much better if you huff on them after you ink, because you get a nice clean look and not a dotted or not all there look, put it that way. Okay, so those would be die cut out with the dies that are in the set. So there's a lot of floral dies and all the leaves too that are in here that coordinate with the stamps. Those I already did. I like to do it ahead of time. Oh, and then I forgot about the centers. So the centers are in Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to do this card different this time. This is a sketch card from my team page. We have a team group, I should say, my Flower Bugs. We do have a sketch or a color challenge 2 times a month. Every 2 weeks we have a new one, and this was one, but the card was actually straight instead of diagonal. But I stamped this so much on the corner that I decided to do it diagonal. So now I'm going to stamp it straight, and you know what, I have a little bit of a mess there, so I'm going to try it again on this side. And maybe I pushed too hard. That's a little better. Okay, so that's all I need to do, because I did already do the note of thanks for the bottom. Then we're going to just add our centers to these flowers. Even though these are done, I'm going to use these later. So I decided to use Bermuda Bay just so I didn't have to introduce another color to this. Stamp off. You can see right where to put that. Isn't that pretty with those Bermuda Bay centers? Thank you. I really like this card. I think it's very pretty, very different color combinations. Sometimes you just got to play. I wanted to use a soft card color, and that's why I stamped off, so I could bring in some of the Blushing Bride effect to this card. How I come up with color combinations is I just bring out cardstock and lay them next to each other, and yeah, and then just play. It's just a matter of bringing it all together. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention with the Stamparatus? I really wanted you to know that the Stamparatus bag is on clearance right now. It is awesome. Let me open it all the way up so you can see. I was going to show you this, and I forgot. And this is a Stamparatus bag. It's $12, and it holds plates. It can hold your grid paper. This is the grid paper that you can purchase separately. There is pockets here. There's pockets everywhere. There's even a pocket in the front. So $12 for this, and it has the Stampin' Up! Logo, nice handle. It was $29.99. So if you have the Stamparatus, and even if you don't, it's awesome just for tools or whatever. So I didn't want to forget to mention that. Okay, we are going to bring in some mini dimensionals, and that's on the clearance rack, everybody. It's not in the catalog. It's on the clearance rack. Okay. Adding these as a pop-up instead of just flat. My first card, I did it flat, and I'm like, doesn't have enough dimension. So I die cut the flowers, and it was so much better. All right, so to put this together now, we'll see which one we like better. If we like this is gonna go, it's a little bit more awkward because of this greeting. I wonder if I should put it on the angle. Some people like angles, some don't. I'm going to tie a bow though with our Sweet Sorbet ribbon. Now you can see that this does not match perfectly. It's more along the lines of a coordinating ribbon, so that can bother some people that it's not perfect, but other people say they like it because they say, oh, this matches Blushing Bride, this matches Rococo Rose that we had, it matches Flirty Flamingo, so it's maybe a little more versatile than if it was a direct match. So it depends on how you want to look at it. But this is the 1/8 inch in color ribbon in all of the new colors. Okay, I just have to see how I want to do this. You can see I angled that again very strangely. A little bit too much maybe, but I really like having things not quite straight. Obviously maybe a little too much. I think that's okay. And then the ribbon underneath it, I think it is. Yeah, it is a really nice bag, isn't it, Julie? I know I paid full price for mine too. I didn't get it on clearance like you can. Okay, I want that to be off a little bit, and I'm going to glue this flat and pop up the greeting. So I have my kits to go to share with you as well today. So, so hang on a little bit and we'll get to those too. Okay, get my mini dimensionals and try and put them where the ribbon isn't so I don't have a raised area. Boy, that's really kind of close there. Wonder if I should. Well, I'm going to just do it. Go for it, right? So it's off center a little bit. I've been kind of liking to hide my bow a little bit underneath my my ribbons, or underneath my greetings. Okay, I think I still might like this one a little bit better. It's a little more straight. This is a little angled, but what do you think? Which one do you like better? Okay, all right, we are going to move on. Actually, those are, where are my other cards? Get those out here so you can see them all. Those two, and I think I hid them under the Stamparatus. Oh, I wanted to show you the other cards too. Hold on a second. Isn't that funny? I can't find my other first two cards. Very interesting. Oh, now I see them. Okay, so there are the 3 cards we did today. If you're just joining me, that's what we did. So you can go back and see all the measurements. Remember, if you're not following me on my blog, that's at Flowerbugs Ink Spot. Just Google Flowerbugs Ink Spot and I will come up, and be sure to follow it because I give the dimensions with photos, separate photos for all the cards I do on my live. So yeah, and then also I have a newsletter that I put out once or twice a month that gives links to videos and my kits and whatnot. All right, let's go through some swaps that I received. Look at this fun card. This one she actually added. This is a strip that's added on a flat card base. This was done by Sue Miller. And yeah, really cute. And those are some of the dies that are in there. She added a colored rhinestone on there. That's that one. Here's another one in different colors, different colored flowers with the ribbon. That was done by Angie Leach. Here's one I did just for using the new colors and the new designer paper. Remember, this designer paper is in the starter kit free. So same with this paper, this one, it's all included. Yeah, thanks. Watch the replay. Brenda. This is by Janice Waitman, and that's a different greeting set. I forget the name of it, but that's the flowers using from the stamp set. And this one's really different, isn't it? With a circle die cut just through partial. And how you do that is this is Barbara Faulkner. You put your plate here so it only cuts through part of it. Your plate actually ends. So pretend this is your clear plate. Your plate would end here. And your die would go the full length, of course, but because your plate is there, there's no pressure here to cut. So yeah, really cool card. I like how the greetings can be used that way. Here's this one is made by Priscilla Ivler, and she used a pop-up frame to highlight the flowers. So this is another thing to mention, that on the stamp set, this is the same thing that I did here. You can stamp the greeting and cut it out with the large die, the large sending die, instead of the skinny one. And here is the same thing where they stamped it and die cut it with the large die. You don't have to do the skinny die cut. And by the way, I like how they used stone instead of trying to find that little dot that's on the eye like I did. So yeah, okay. So I'm trying to show these cards, and you can always take a screenshot if you want to. Here's another pretty one that is just use the sending. Like I said, just adding the sending with all these different greetings, birthday wishes, a card to say hello, smiles across the miles, and a note of thanks. This one uses the new host paper. I forget the name of it, but it's in the back of the catalog or with the designer paper, and it's free host paper. That was made by Beth Robinson. And this is one I made just to play around with using those stamps in a different way. So this is that same one. She used it here as kind of a flower background. And this one I used as falling flowers. So there's some samples for you using the Sending Smiles bundle. So yeah, I got a lot of beautiful swap cards in. And that's why I make so many swaps, so I can get so many different samples in from other people and other styles than my own, because not everybody likes your one style. People might like a different style than I portray. So that's why it's important to do swaps to get other options. Okay, before I quit today, I wanted to double mention that designer paper share. Let me know if you're interested in that. 82 sheets of 6x6 paper for $32 with shipping. And I posted this on my blog today. This is my Hues of Happiness kit, and you get half a pack of paper, a share of the new glossy dots, and parakeet party ribbon. And I have it on a board, and I'm going to just kind of slide this across because I didn't want to take them off my display board. These are the 10 cards that you get in the kit. And there's 5 designs. You get 2 of each, and many of them are fun folds, as you can kind of see. So yeah, that you get the designer paper. A lot of fussy cutting here, as you can see. I did cut out a few flowers from the designer paper to add to these cards. So if you don't like fussy cutting, this kit will not be up your alley. Unless you get the dies. The dies will help you a lot, because the dies in the Happiness Abound set do coordinate with the paper. Yeah, Karen, I will try to do that half circle for you. I will try and put that on the back of my list or the list of what to do. I have a lot of things on what I should do, but yes, thank you for your suggestion. So I have a Hope Box kit ready to go, and this is a former paper pumpkin that they brought back. You do get a full stamp set. You get all the envelopes. I think there's 9 Blackberry Bliss, ink spot, the gems and adhesives. And then I jazzed up the kit to make 12 more cards. So these are the cards that I changed up and added to the kit. So you actually make 12, plus there's 3 card bases I didn't use. So you could theoretically make 15 cards and have leftovers. So I have a limited supply of these cards. I bought 30, so hopefully they will go. They're already, I think, not quite half gone. So this is on my shop. So if you're interested in either of these kits, you can go to myflowerbugshop.com and get them. If you want to add on stamps or bundles, let me know, because that is separate and I would have to PayPal you. But if you're interested in ordering, please use my host code, and please, if you're going to order up to, close to $90 or more, please join my team and get the discount, because it's just so worth it to be a part of Stampin' Up! And be on our team and get the discount for as long as you wish. You don't have to stay any longer than you want to, or do any more than you want to. So we have an awesome time on our team, and they get all my tutorials for free. We have business challenges, creative challenges, optional swaps, lots of activity on our team. So anyway, let me know if you're interested, and yeah, we can chat. All right, thanks so much for joining me and hanging in with me with my technology trouble today. All right, have a great week, everybody. Bye-bye.